G'day, we're here on the sunny coast today at totally 12 volt to install the KickAss battery mount behind the rear seat of this PX Ranger. These trays are made exclusively for the Slimline battery range, both the 170 and the 120 amp hour. And we're just going to do a step-by-step install and show you how it's done. So the first step is to take the jack handle out. There's two Phillips head drive M5s in there. Pull them out. We'll use them inserts later on, along with this clip here and this clip here. They need to be drilled out to a 7mm hole to suit the M5 Rivnuts that are supplied. And then we cut these tabs here off. You can use a grinder if you like, just make sure that the sparks don't hit the windows and burn into the tint. And then we pull the jack out itself. There's 4 spot welds in there. Little trick if you don't have a spot weld drill is to start with a 3mm drill, just to mark a bit of a center mark, and then go straight to a 13, and this will take out the spot weld without going through the floor. Once you've done that, go through, put a little bit of primer on everything so you don't have rust issues at a later date, and then we'll get the battery tray, put the battery tray in. That'll give us a template to cut out for the carpet. Then we put the battery tray in. It's got 4 laser cut holes, so they line up perfectly every time, and use the bolt kit supplied, and just 4 M5 bolts go into the factory holes. So there's no excess holes go into the exterior of the vehicle or anything. Nice and clean and tidy, and a hassle-free fitment. So we've unwrapped our battery tray. This one here has got the additional accessories bracket. On this goes the DC-DC charger, the LVD, and the 50 amp breaker. It also has these 3 holes in the side for those of you who've opted for the 240 volt charger. So all the nuts and bolts are included in the kit, as you can see. These 4 Rivnuts here go in through here. So we'll bolt that one there together to start with. So we've installed the accessories mount on the side with these 3 M5 countersunk bolts. And now we're going to mount the DC-DC charger in through these 4 holes here. Now we're going to mount the KickAss LVD unit and the 50 amp breaker that comes with it. And that goes onto this front panel here, which then bolts on the front there. So we've now completed that step of putting the DC-DC charger in, the LVD unit and the 50 amp breaker. Bolted the front cover on like so, and then we're going to move over and put the AC charger on. Righto, now we've mounted up the 240 volt charger. We're going to use the bolt kit provided and fit the mount into the back of the car. Righto, back in the car now, we're going to pull out the jack handle and the jack. We're going to undo the 2 M5s here. They're Phillips head drive. Then from there, we're going to remove the jack. Now going to drill out the spot welds. Like I stated before, we're going to start off with a 3mm and then go straight to a 13 afterwards. And just like that, the jack mount's out. Now we're going to pull out the 2 factory clips here. We're going to pull the carpet out. Pull this cover off. Fold that carpet up out of the way. And then we'll cut these 4 tabs here off. Now we've cut the 4 tabs off with the tin snips. Just going to clean up the excess with a grinder and deburr it. So now we're going to take these 2 holes here out to a 7mm with a drill. Now we're going to use the M5 Rivnuts provided and pull them up in these 2 holes. You can find the Rivnut tool at any good hardware store, Alternatively, have a bit of a YouTube, and there is a little bit of a trick to doing it with a nut and bolt. Another handy little thing is these KickAss magnetic torches that you can find on the website. Just want to encourage everyone to have a really good cleanup afterwards. Obviously we want to try and reduce the risk of rust as much as possible. Now we've got a bit of primer and we're going to go over any exposed bits of metal. Now we're going to put the carpet cover back over. And we're going to put the seat belt cover back in. That one done. Now we're ready to put the battery tray in. This is an older model Ranger, so we don't need to cut out the cardboard at the back here, or the carpet at the back. So with this one here, we can just bolt this straight into place. With the newer models, just be aware that you will just need to use a sharp Stanley knife. Place the tray in, use it as a template. You can trace around with a Nico or simply just run the blade along, whichever you prefer. And just like that, our battery mount is fixed through the 4 factory holes. There was no additional holes needed drilling, and we're ready to put our battery in. Little quick tip before you put your battery in: flip the cam buckles up like that and click them into the top, save them getting in the way. Just throw your straps to the side. Throw the battery in like that. Use the seat to rest it on. And then what I like to do, not overly necessary, I like to pull the handles out. And they come out. Batteries just fall into place. Put your 2 straps in. So as you can see, that's it for mounting the hardware side of things.